Welcome everyone with the third part of this landmark tier list. But I know you were waiting a little bit for the next day to what did I say? Next day to get this new episode of tier list. But the problem with this is that we have way too many landmarks, so it's really hard to fit into one video. Now we are talking about Chise Legacy or Zushi Legacy. So Meditation Garden. Meditation Garden is actually not a bad landmark. It's like a Royal Institute, which is actually not a bad landmark at all. The same time I just got a notification, so we're gonna ignore that. Okay. So let's see. Meditation Garden. Um it's at least an HRE Arcan Chapel. Meditation Garden is really good. The reason behind why I'm saying that it's really good is when you put this, let's say, on your first berry patch. Okay, so that's what you do. You put this in onto your first berry patch, and you get like a 1,000 extra food if I calculate correctly. Yes. So if you put this on your first berry patch that's next to your base, you get 1,000 extra food. You get extra food after gathering out the berries, and when the landmark finishes the 300-second, I think 300-second goes down, then you get plenty of food out of it as well. So overall, not a bad landmark. It got changed. At least deserves that C tier, because again, if you put this on a large gold, after 300-second you get like 640 gold, which is a crazy good timing to get to castle. Just think about that. Crazy good timing to get to castle with Meditation Garden. So you can go like, let's say, Song Dynasty. You put down the broken Jiangnan Tower. So Jiangnan Tower is absolutely insane. I gotta talk about it very soon. So let's say you go Song Dynasty first, Jiangnan Tower, or first Meditation Garden, and then Jiangnan Tower. And if you time it correctly, you just get a huge boon of gold, right? From the Meditation Garden, and you have your Castle Age without getting. I mean, you need to get a little bit of gold, of course, but this will just immediately push you to Castle. And also, there's gonna be a large gold next to it that's gonna have like a 10,000 gold, which is you know what I mean? So I can see the usage on your first berry patch on the large berry patch to boost it up, so you're gonna have like crazy amount of food, which delays your farm transition. Or you can put this on a large gold that helps you to get to castle much easier. Now Jiangnan Tower, on the other hand, it's insanely strong. I think it's even better than Hippodrome or Grand Binary or yeah. Jiangnan Tower right now, you need to put buildings around it, which helps you to give resources into this landmark, which will spawn units for you. Now, if I remember correctly, it's like 4 spearmen, 3 horsemen, or 2 or maybe 3 pallet guard, 4 Chuganu, 4 crossbow, 1 grenadier, and 4 Yarn Raider and 1 Imperial Guard. So the resource is around 680 resource that you will always get. And you have insane timings with this. You can get so much unit out of Jiangnan Tower. It's absolutely insane. You can just go Jiangnan Tower and feudal all in with this landmark easily. You can just make horseman. You can even pro scout. So Jiangnan Tower, pro scout. And after that, to get the castle, solving into song and collecting relic song, then you just build mills and your granary. So there are some ways to play this, but Jiangnan Tower, because the amount of resources you get suddenly, it deserves it to be S tier. It's also even stronger if you go to castle, you put like 2 siege workshop, or let's say 1 workshop, 1 siege workshop, and boost it with the IO and just make siege, and you non-stop gonna print units out of the landmark, because the more you spend, the more unit you get. But of course, the resources that you need to spend is increasing as well with the landmark. So the later on you need to spend more resources to get the reinforcement out, but it's still worth it. It's still worth it because your production buildings has to work nonstop. You have to make units nonstop. So why not? Also now you can connect the Shaolin landmark next to the Jiangnan Tower. So all you have to do is just put it on the corner, not like top of it, etc. So it doesn't take a lot of space away. You can just put it in the corner of the Jiangnan Tower. You can make Shaolin monks non-stop as well because they post 200 resource and the 200 resource goes to the Jiangnan Tower. Mount Lu Academy at least deserves it to be A tier. Your IOs now gives you food, insane IO upgrades inside the landmark as well. There is an upgrade that makes your Imperial official to run fast as a knight. There is an upgrade inside which decrease the damage of the buildings that IO is boosting. There is an upgrade inside which makes her IO to supervise everything faster. So there is a bunch of upgrades that increase the IO to 6, right? So there is a crazy amount of upgrades, but the problem between the academy and the Royal Institute that the Royal Institute doesn't give you anything after you research everything, right? On the other hand, Mount Law Academy also gives you food, so unlocks a power that wouldn't be possible. So you collect food when you collect taxes, and also you can collect taxes twice as fast, so 2 times faster with Mount Law Academy. Shaolin Monastery, it's not a bad landmark. It's a landmark that makes unit, aka the Shaolin monks, which is a much stronger monk that can deal with spearmen, men at arm, horsemen. So most of the trash unit, you can easily deal with them. They are faster, a little bit more HP. They can reduce the damage of the range units. They cost 200 food, but they don't have any like buff to the army. So meanwhile, this landmark also makes your warrior monks cheaper. They can also give some extra buff or something. This landmark, you're gonna make a monk that's a little bit stronger than a regular monk. So that's why most of the time people doesn't really build a Shaolin monastery first, but rather the Mount Law Academy because it's economical. You get so much resources. You can just drop down a mosque and supervise the mosque, and also they cost 200 food, so it's very very costly, and food is very very important because as soon as you get out all the starting food, you need to be on the map and get the food. I would rather make some military unit that I know that it's strong and I can use it on the fight. So I would rather make normal monks that cost only gold, and my starting gold is 4k, so that's plenty of gold. And because I'm playing Zushi, more than 4k because 20% extra, right? Temple of the Sun. Now, this is just like an Arcan Chapel. It gives a global buff until the landmark is destroyed. It's rather than Deerstone. It's either extra movement speed, extra cavalry damage, healing, or last one, extra range of your siege. You can activate one. So sorry, it's more like a matter from Ottoman. It's not a bad landmark. It doesn't deserve to be D or F. It's rather a C because you can activate only one bonus, and the bonuses are not crazy. It's like China and the dynasty system, but instead of the dynasty system, the whole dynasty is packed inside the landmark. So there is nothing like crazy defensive value of this landmark like where was the Chinese here, the Great Wall Gatehouse, right, which is insanely strong, and when you age up you are safe. Here there is nothing like that. You just get a little bit of buff. Zushi Library, same thing. There are some good upgrades inside, but again, you age up into something that doesn't give you economical bonuses, anything, unless, so there is one economical bonus, which is you can get 2 extra IO and they collect 120%, 120 more gold, and their HP is increased. So there is one economical upgrade, the rest of them are military. But those updates are not like, okay, game changer, because you can get like a strong knight, but at the same time, you need to spend so much resources inside this landmark, which, it just gives me a question like, okay, Farimba Garrison got changed that you can get all the units. But meanwhile, Zushi Library, you still can get only 2 upgrade inside the library. Then why do we have the library? Just name it Zushi 2 Knowledge or something like that, no? That would make sense for this landmark. Zushi 2 Knowledge. Like, I hate that when there is like a huge limitation. So this is why I hate the limitation of Zushi Library. This landmark, furthermore, in the Imperial, doesn't give you anything extra. Temple of the Sun, it just gives those bonuses that you can switch off, right? Switch here and there. Again, Zushi Library, anyway. So, not a bad landmark because there are strong upgrades inside, but you need to pay for it. And I would rather just upgrade my army rather than paying a 2,000 or 2,000 resources for an upgrade. That also, when I research the upgrade, then I have to make the unit, and now I make, let's say, 10 Imperial Guard, which I can't afford that. Like, who can afford 10 Imperial Guard after aging up? Oh, you can afford it if the game is over or both of you never moved out of the base. But if that's not the case, then you can't spend your resources on the units that you can make out of it. The Chamber of Commerce. Now, Chamber of Commerce is a trade landmark, and it spawns traders. So I put this at this B because I'm gonna tell you why. When you upgrade most of your upgrades, you get the traders immediately. Okay, so you get your, let's say, Dark Age. In the Dark Age, I think you can get like 3-4 upgrade. So what can you get? You can get wheelbarrow, you can get survival tactics, right? So that's 2, and you can get the wood chopping upgrade. So that's only 3 upgrades. So you get, when you age up, you get 3 traders immediately, and after that, the rest of the upgrades are give you a trader for free as well. It's not a horrible landmark, but I would rather play with School of Cavalry. Now, why do I put School of Cavalry so high? It's not just a stable. Why is it so much higher than a Council Hall? Because Council Hall is one building that has faster production. School of Cavalry is a stable that gives the bonus to every single stable. Okay, so that's the huge difference between the two landmarks. Like, if Council Hall was capable of giving the extra production speed to other archery ranges, then in my eyes this landmark would be way much better. But because, so in terms of French, you like to go with School of Cavalry most of the time, 90% of the time, but I can check how many percent, but I'm pretty sure it's like 90% of the time people go with this landmark. I'm gonna check French JD. It's 92%, and for JD it's 81%. Isn't that crazy? 92% of people go with that landmark, the School of Cavalry. It's not easily broken or like giga strong landmark in a feudal age, but having a stable immediately, and you can make knights out of it, and also with JD you can even buff it in the feudal age, and with French in the castle age. That's huge. Guildhall, alright. Like, why do we have this landmark still in the game? I think it's better than Grand Minor and Imperial Rome. Guildhall enables you to get to Imperial, but it's not like a Meditation Garden when it, finishes off himself, and after that there is no more juice left. Guildhall, when he comes, the Guildhall will have more later on. So you can collect the resources out of Guildhall multiple times, which is good. Oh yeah, so as I said, it helps you to get to Imperial insanely easy. Now, Royal Institute. Royal Institute, in my eyes, it's not a bad landmark at all because it helps you with timings, right? But when you research every upgrade inside the Royal Institute, there's nothing else. So it's just a landmark there, and you need to protect it so you don't lose the game. It doesn't give you anything extra. It doesn't give you like gold, wood, or food. You got 80 extra HP on your knights, or your traders now generate gold, and that's it. Meanwhile, Guildhall non-stop gives you the resources, like through the whole game. And you don't know how long this game is. If you can't finish this game in the next 10 minutes after you aged up, then you're gonna cry, why did you aged up with Royal Institute when you had Guildhall? And in the 10 minutes, the Guildhall would give you like a 5,000 food. So yeah, that's a huge difference between them. I wonder how many people all ins with Royal Institute. So French players goes 38% of them goes with Royal Institute, and Gendarme players 56.9 players go with Guildhall, and the win rate after that when people go to Guildhall into Imperial is 60%. Meanwhile, people who go from Royal Institute into Imperial is 53%. So that's what, see what I'm talking about. With Guildhall, you have the higher chance to actually win a game compared to a Royal Institute. Statistic. It's so good. I love the statistic. Colleague of Artillery. It's not a bad landmark right now for both French and JD, but Red Palace. Like, I can't put it into S tier. It deserves it to be S plus tier because Red Palace can melt down everything in a couple of seconds. I'm not even joking. It just melts down everything. Everything's dead. Okay, so let's see. What was about the College of Artillery? So, College of Artillery or College of Artillery just got a buff recently that every siege inside costs less gold, and also, oh yeah, Royal Republican received an ability that if you press it, you get extra range on your Republican, and not just that you get extra range, but you get 5 palings. So that's kind of cool, right? You get 5 palings when the cavalry is nearby. You're just gonna get impaled on. A Ryokan landmark. This is a really good landmark and also gives you 90 food, aka 90 population, right? So that's 9 houses, which is almost 500, or you almost say 500 food, 450, and plus it heals your units, like all your units. I think easily deserving to be A tier, both with Coca Township. So that's really hard because Coca Township is not broken anymore. Back in the day when the Civilization got released, Coca Township was giga broken. It had so many bugs. The landmark was absolute unit. Ryokan. Oh my god, we have so many civilization left. Ryokan gives you healing non-stop for your units when they are out of combat, which why the landmark is so good. And also you get 450 wood, right, for free. Coco Township, you summon Shinobi, you fast castle. The best scenario with the Shinobi is to use with unit that has high damage. If you use it with unit that has high damage, the more damage they will do. Like, Shinobi plus Archer is not that great, but at the same time, it's good because the Shinobi also reduces the movement speed of the unit that they hit, not just applies like a 30% extra damage debuff on them. So yeah, perfect. The brewery, I don't think it's insanely broken because you need to actually use villagers on that, but it generates a good amount of food. But I don't think it's insanely broken. It's a very low S tier, not like a floating gate where you don't consume population, but the Sake brewery gives you more gold per minute, even though you need to use 5 villager. Here you don't need to use 5 villager. I think in Imperial, actually floating gate gives you more gold. Wait, let me calculate. It gives 300 gold. No. So the brewery is still good, better in Imperial, even though there is 5 villager working on. And not just that. So brewery, if you drop the resources inside, I think it's act as a mining camp as well. So you can use it as a mining camp. if you drop the resources inside, you will summon a guy that has the ale in his hand, and with a barrel goes to um a market, drops the ale into the market, and every villager in the radius of that market will receive extra HP. So you can buff the villager HP as well, so they survive longer, which is kind of cool. Temple of Kek W. It's horrible. No, it's horrible. It just makes your monk a little bit cheaper. It has one extra unique upgrade. I'm pretty sure one extra in Castle and one extra in Imperial. I don't know. Nobody uses this. It's such a useless landmark. Sword Hand Statue. Sword Hand Statue is insanely strong because it increases the attack speed of the what's that? The unit the daimyo. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna check how much, because most of the time when I play Sengoku, it doesn't go to Imperial because most of the games are finishes in Castle Age. Okay, I can check it. Sedge. So it increases the attack speed and also the production speed of your Levi inside the level 3 building that you build it. Let's say the level 3 cavalry building, the level 3 melee infantry, or the level 3 ranged infantry. It gives you a boost to that as well. Overall, because it provides insane amount of attack speed, it deserves to be into S plus tier, just like Imperial Hippodrome. Like it's the same landmark. Both of them gives the same benefit. Increase the damage of cavalry, increase the attack speed of everything, but most of the time you're gonna have cavalry. Castle of the Meow. I have never seen a single player, not just a multiplayer, building this landmark. It just gives one extra range and I think a little bit of extra damage to your siege units, but not to Ozutsu, by the way. So it doesn't give you insane. Also, you get cheaper keeps, but when you play Sengoku, you really don't wish to build cheaper keeps. You really need like economical or something stronger. Like the Japanese Castle of Crow is insanely strong because it gives you thousands of resources when the trader arrives at the Castle of the Crow, and it's very easy to protect because the enemy player doesn't know when the trader will spawn, but you will know. And most of the time people can't stop the trader. Here you just buff your siege and you get cheaper keeps. So it's the bonuses and everything is so stupid. Like it doesn't make sense. Why this landmark increases the siege range and damage and makes the keep cheaper? Meanwhile, this makes your Ozotu to shoot every 3 seconds. Like, what are we doing here? The landmark between these two, the strength is insane. It's absolutely insane. Oh, okay, we're gonna need another part. We are at 23 minutes and we're just starting Golden Horde. Holy hell. Okay, Khan and Torgut. Khan and Torgut is a really good age up. Most of the time people age up with this, but that doesn't mean building cards are horrible. Khan and Torgut makes your Khan and Torgut have more HP and cheaper on stone, and I think cheaper on food as well on the Torguts. Building cards, it spawns you 2 building card and 1 extra per age, but you know what? It doesn't deserve to be on the same level as Khan and Torgut, because this is an infinite amount of bonuses. Oh, sorry. This is infinite amount of bonuses. This is like, well, I just came. That's it. And another time, and I'm now dead. So it's like a meditation garden. Yeah, it's like meditation garden. Also, I forgot to mention, but the Royal Institute has Imperial upgrades that's also cheaper. I forgot to mention. Radix Uwu. Now, Radix Uwu is not a bad age up, but Musavik Yasak is insanely strong. So Radix Uwus gives you stone per minute per Uwu, and also you have an upgrade inside your monastery that gives you food and wood and gold per Uwus you have. So it's an instantly strong upgrade if you can play the relic Uwus out, of course. I think relic Uwus and the building cards together is not bad. Now, why did I put Musabigi Yasak into S+ tier? Because when you have this civilization just generating wood suddenly out of their landmark, and it's little bit less wood when you make heavy units, but my god, the 2 extra ranged armor on this civilization, and you put the what is that, the triple production as well together, and you spawn out 3 Menatom or 3 Keshik, and that Keshik has 2 extra ranged armor. You know what I mean? So you can get the Mongol upgrade that makes the Keshik stronger from the stable, and you get now 2 extra 2 extra ranged armor, and you have the Khan that boosts the damage by 10, 20, and 30% extra, and suddenly these Golden Horde Keshiks just became indestructible. You know what I mean? Like, you can't destroy them. It's insane. Golden Horde Keshiks are crazy. Crazy. Yam Network Trade deserves into be S tier as well. You just get straight up 450 gold per minute. No, Hisar Academy, not broken. It's not broken. Hisar Academy, because they are doing the same thing. This one gives the half amount of gold per resource per minute compared to Hisar Academy, but it's still a crazy amount of gold. Oh, sorry, it's 360 gold per minute. Okay, it's lower than 100. No, it's higher than 100 house. No, it's lower than 100. Because 100 house also gives food and gold at the same time. So it's 360 gold per minute, which is good. It's just gold per minute and that's it. Then we have stone armies. I mean, stone armies used to be broken. I think it's fine right now. I don't think it's broken anymore, because you now produce units out of the landmark very slow, and most of the time with Golden Horde, so you know what, let's see here. Most of the time Golden Horde doesn't want to spend stone, because you need to get your upgrades, right? And to get all of your upgrades, first you need to spend around 10,000 stone to get all of your upgrades out, and then you can make units out of your landmark. So first spend 1,000 stone, then you can use the stone armies, which just doesn't make sense. But the units and everything inside is cool and good and wow and amazing, but it makes your Rus tribute to be a Giga Chad, like a destroyer of the worlds and etc. But the problem is, everything is expensive. You need to get your upgrades first. You cannot spend stone on the, like, if you can spend or send more Rus reinforcement out of this landmark or something, I don't know, something like that, then it's good. But because the civilization spend a lot of stone on upgrades first, I don't see this being used as much. I mean, the units that everything comes outside is good, but you can't use it. So it's like, okay, I go Imperial. Oh wait, I can't do anything else. That's it. I'm in Imperial and that's it. So like, amazing. I just reached Imperial and I can't use my Imperial benefits, right? Because I can't use the landmark. Meanwhile, if I age up with the other one, then I immediately get gold per minute. Holy moly, there are still so many of them, and I just made another video, right? Well, thank you so much for watching. Whatever you see or how you like it, please let me know in the comment section. And next one, we're gonna do Tuklok, Macedonian, Jean, Katie, and oh my god, does Ayubi need a video on itself? I hope not. Anyway, see you guys on the next episode, and I hope that's gonna be the final one, because there's so many landmarks. Oh, yeah.